In this video, I am going to show you some tips and tricks of what the new C-Class can do. This video may also be relevant to other models, so I hope it helps you too. This video is perfect if you've just bought the new C-Class saloon or estate, or if you're thinking about buying one. If you want to watch and learn how to use the main features of the C-Class, then check out the link below. I have tried to summarize everything in a summary sheet. Check it out with the link below. Let me know if it's useful for you after watching this video. Also, a big thank you to Lucas Mercedes-Benz Wolverhampton for making this video possible. This is a feature that I love. So let's say you've got Apple CarPlay connected or Bluetooth connected to your infotainment system. I've got it wirelessly charging, and then I finish my drive, switch off the car. As I'm exiting the door,
excuse me, your phone is still in the car.
Now I should never forget my phone whenever I leave the car. When you lock the car, you might want the electric folding door mirrors to not open, or you might want them to close every time you lock the car. To do that, all you need to go is into settings, select vehicle, select open close, and here you can either switch on the electric folding door mirrors or switch it off. In this case, I'll leave it on. Automatic locking, that's very useful as you're driving, and above about 10 miles per hour, I think the doors will automatically lock as you're driving, which I think is a very useful feature. Acoustic lock, now every time you lock the car, and when you've left the car will just horn, and I'll show that in a sec. So what I mean is, switch the car off, leaving the car, and when I press the lock button, car does a little horn just to let you know that it's locked. To switch it back off, just scroll to the left. I don't like using this feature mainly because I don't want to disturb my neighbours, as they might get disturbed when the horn comes on. Now this is a comment that I had in regards to skipping songs. So you can skip songs using the controls here, or even on the infotainment here. Another way to do it is by using the Hey Mercedes function. And I can either press the button here, or I can say, Hey Mercedes, skip song. Now it's skipped the song. And if I want to play the last song, I'll just say, Hey Mercedes, play the last song. And there we go. Once you say Hey Mercedes, the car's usually listening, so you don't have to say Hey Mercedes again. Next, I'm going to show you how to unlock just the driver's door, and all the other doors will be locked. This I think is very useful to prevent anyone getting into your car from the other doors of the car. First, you have to hold down both the lock and unlock button for 10 seconds. When you see a red LED light flash, this means that this key will now only lock the driver's door. Now every time I press the unlock button, only the driver's door will open. Now to open the other doors of the car, just press unlock again, and the other doors will be unlocked to allow passengers into the car. If your car has keyless entry like this car, then you can just use your hand to unlock the door. If you see chrome door handles on any Mercedes-Benz, then this means the car has keyless entry. To set the key to allow all doors to unlock, then you just have to do the same process with the key. You have to hold down both the lock and unlock button for 10 seconds. When you see the LED light flash, this means that this key will now unlock all the doors. I need to add, if you want both keys to only unlock the driver's door, then you will need to set both keys. Let me know in the comments if you think you'll use this feature, and if you're enjoying this video, please subscribe for more content like this. Next, I'm going to show you how to unlock all the windows of your Mercedes-Benz C-Class with your key. All you need to do is hold the unlock button to open all of the windows with your key. Then to close all the windows, all you do is hold the lock button, and now all the windows will close. If you let go of the button, then the windows will stop closing or opening depending on which button you've pressed. If your car has a sunroof, then the sunroof will also open when you use this trick with your key. This feature is useful on a hot day, and before you get into the car, you could use this function. Your car may not have this feature. Usually this feature only works when you have the keyless entry option. Next, I'm going to show you how the ambient lighting works with the climate control. So at the moment it's currently switched off, but if I just switch it on, and then if I increase or decrease the temperature, you'll notice the ambient lights just change. I'd love to show you this in the dark, but this is in the day, so you don't really see it that clearly in the video. But you'll see just a bit of red as I increase the temperature. If I decrease the temperature, it goes blue. It works again the same on the other side as I increase or decrease. It also works on that fan on the far end. Increase, decrease, increase, decrease. How cool is that? It also works on this side if I increase or decrease. I generally love that feature, and you can switch this on or off by going into settings, select the lights tab, ambient lighting, edit settings, and you go into effects and make sure the climate one is switched on. To switch it off, just swipe it to the left. I'll keep that on. How cool is that? Now this is a cool feature that I want to just show off. If I lock the car, in a moment you'll see the ambient lighting in the car goes away. But when the alarm goes off, the ambient lighting will start flashing as well as the alarm going off, which will just take a moment. And you got that little light there as well, which flashes to say the alarm's on. Really nice. How cool is that? Car's also flashing. The interior lights of the car is flashing. I'll just switch it off. A very useful feature is the interior motion sensor. Now, whenever you lock the car and leave anyone in the car, or a dog in the car for example, you need to switch off the interior motion sensor, otherwise the alarm will go off. So to do this, all you need to do is say, "Hey Mercedes,
how can I help?
Switch off interior motion sensor." Now, if the car was connected to Mercedes Me, then this feature would work. But because this car is just a demonstrating car, it hasn't been connected to my Mercedes Me account. If you bought your car directly from a dealer, please contact them to get connected to Mercedes Me. If you bought your car from a third party, then please contact the supplying dealer who can get your car connected to Mercedes Me, depending on the terms and conditions. The other way to switch off the interior motion sensor is by going into the menu, going to settings, selecting vehicle tab, selecting open close, select vehicle protection, and then interior motion sensor. When you switch that off, you can leave someone in the car and the alarm won't go off. Don't worry about switching it back on, as the next time you come back into the car and start the car up, drive the car, the interior motion sensor will come back on automatically. So you do need to do this every time you leave the car and you're going to leave someone or something, like an animal, in the car. Towaway protection, just use that in case where you've broken down and you need to be towed away. If you press the info button, you get this information here. This information is very useful. In the event of a collision while your car is parked up, the car can notify you and save any relevant images of the incident. Very useful. Another cool tip is, if the electronics in the car is ever playing up, a quick reset of the car might be useful. So to do that, all you do is switch off the car, pretend you're getting out of the car, close the door, lock the car, give it a moment, then unlock the car, open the door as if you're getting back into the car, and then start the car up. And that will just give a quick reset for all the electronics in the car. So if your Apple CarPlay is ever acting up, or anything on these screens playing up, just do that quick reset. This is a top tip. So if I open the door, now the car won't lock itself automatically. But let's say if I press the lock button and then press the unlock button, the car will lock itself. The only time this function stops to work is when you've actually opened the door. The car will lock itself usually between 30 to 60 seconds when you haven't opened the doors. You might need the doors open when you need to wash your car, or another scenario where the car locks itself is a good feature if you've accidentally pressed the unlock button while walking away from your car. This is the end of the video now. Thank you for watching. Please share, subscribe, comment if you've got any suggestions for future videos. Next week I will release another tips and tricks video, so look out for that. Thanks again for watching this video.